Hello, I'm Colin Hurwitz, and you're listening to WITZ, the WITZ, the one place for all things music, art, and performance right here in Douglas County, Oregon. Today's recording is brought to you by 10 Down Bowling and Splits Bar and Grill. Also, a new sponsor. Take a look at New Visions Eye Care. Thank you so much for joining us and being our sponsor. We really appreciate you. Also, Edward Jones. If you're having some financial stuff, go check out Edward Jones. This recording is also brought to you by the Gene Bechtel School for Music, Spiderking Studios, and the Douglas County Music Association. Let me tell you how you can help the Douglas County Music Association thrive and survive. We are developing currently a membership program. $200 will get you on our bronze list. If you give $200 to the program, we'll be able to provide instruments and lessons to students, especially scholarships. If you'd like to be our silver member, $500 will help ensure that we have instruments and studio space for musicians. Of course, to be a gold star member would be $1,000. And that money will help us support all kinds of activities from UAC to UVA to helping students at the local Douglas County music education programs, including our elementary, middle, and high school students, from band and choir, art, theater, you name it. Anything that you can give will help us. So if you'd like to donate to the Douglas County Music Association, you can write a check, and you can write that check to the Douglas County Music Association and bring it to me or drop it off at the Gene Bechtel School for Music. And if that's too much work, you can also check out our Venmo at Oregon DCMA. Please give anything that you can. All of your money goes to help others in need. If you have 10, 20, 30 bucks that you want to just throw, I promise you that it goes to a good plan. And we want to help these students in Douglas County get the things that they need. So please donate today. Do you have a specific question or do you have an idea? We'd love to hear from you. You can always comment below on this video. You can always just let us know how we're doing. But if that's too much work, you can always send us an email at OregonDCMA@gmail.com. That website will change, not tomorrow, not today, but I would stay tuned and I'll let you know exactly when that happens. And now for some old news. Well, we are going to do a little ceremony today for Michael Wheeler. We have the check ready for him, so let's get straight to it. Hey everybody, just want to take a quick second and I just wanted to say hi to Dr. Wheeler, and we wanted to do a little ceremony. We'll keep it brief, that we wanted to award. Now, we were able to raise $350 of your money so that we can help the Gene Bechtel School repair all the damages and items lost. Dr. Wheeler, I'm really sorry about everything that happened, and we are really, as an organization, we're happy to do this for you.
And from the bottom of our hearts, all 7 teachers and the staff, it was really generous of everybody to donate, and especially thank you to the DCMA for raising this money, and it will go to good things.
And so let's make sure that if somebody does break in, we have preventative measures. Whatever instruments or items were lost or destroyed, they can be replaced. But this is really a tragedy for all of us. So, Dr. Wheeler, happy that we can help, and we'll do more of this later. So,
thank you.
Stay tuned. I said this last week, but I'll say it again. We have over 400 subscribers to our Facebook page. Thank you so much for being a subscriber, listening to our broadcast, checking out all of the shows coming up. And if you haven't been on the Facebook page before, go to facebook.com and search the Douglas County Music Association. If you scroll through, all of the recent events will be posted, from different events at Oakland, Sutherland, Myrtle Creek, you name it. We've got our summer barbecue programs lined up. We've just found out about something in Myrtle Creek, the Glide Sasquatch Festival. We're going to talk about all of these things on our broadcast. So if you want to stay tuned and stay in touch with current events, go to our Facebook page, the Douglas County Music Association on Facebook, and scroll on through and check out all the local stuff. Once our website is up and running, we'll be able to have you just check out we'll be able to check out just our website, and all of the local and current events will be there. We'll also be emailing a newsletter with all the local stuff and a translation of something kind of typed out, like a newsletter, for example, of our broadcast. So everybody has everything that's completely up to date. So check that out when you get a second. Swing into spring. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but it certainly does not feel like spring. So Umpqua Singers, I guess you should have swung a little harder. But they had a great show this last Saturday, and I really appreciate the Umpqua Singers singing a lot of cool stuff. Looking here, it says, under the direction of Dr. Jason Heel, they had a program of high energy music, including jazz standards, funk, R&B, and a contemporary selection. So thank you, Umpqua Singers, for swinging it, not rocking it. Unless you played some rock, then thanks for rocking it. The last two showings of Trial by Fire were this last weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Really appreciate everybody who went to that, and I am looking forward to owning that DVD as part of my collection. I own the entire Spider-King catalog, by the way. I own all of the full-length feature films that they've made, except Trial by Fire. So if you would like to get a DVD, go to spiderkingstudios.com, buy your copy of Trial by Fire today. And now it's time for some reviews. I will keep this section short today because we really want to leave a lot of time for Tori. Man, what a great singer-songwriter. It's fantastic. We had an awards ceremony right here at the Gene Bechtel School. Actually, it wasn't just an awards ceremony. We also gave some college certificates, some diplomas, if you will. Kim Eichmann and Mikkel Hansen both earned degrees, and they were able to be honored wearing their proper regalia right here on the Gene Bechtel School Theater stage, and we're really happy for both of them to earn those degrees. It is a lot of work to earn a degree, especially here at the Gene Bechtel School. We make our kids work hard around here, so I wanted to say congratulations to those two. And actually, we had a really nice guest speaker. I believe her name was Juliette. Or Julietta, I'm not 100% sure on how to pronounce that, but she was a great guest speaker, and thanks for coming on the broadcast, or not the broadcast, but thanks for coming to the award show and speaking those words of wisdom. We really appreciate you coming on the show. Of course, myself and Jake were also awarded the Salal Awards. Now, the Salal, it's kind of a new chapter. It's a musical organization, but it's not just music, it's arts too. Salal, spelled S-A-L-A-L. It's a new chapter right here in Douglas County. And Michael, Dr. Wheeler, thought that Jake and I earned these cool awards. There are these two Greek brothers, Prometheus and Atlas. Now, Prometheus is a creator and Atlas is a supporter. And so Jake got the Prometheus Award for being a creator, and I got the Atlas Award for being a supporter. It was really a nice ceremony, pretty small, pretty intimate. So really enjoyed that. Dr. Wheeler, thanks for hosting such an amazing event, and I can't wait for next year's graduation ceremony with some new college graduates. Also, another thing I'd like to review today, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a tie and a nice dress shirt. Well, I'm doing a show, ladies and gentlemen. I should probably dress nice for my show. You make a good point, though. I usually just wear a collared shirt, and my scarf seems to hide all of my clothing. My after-school choir, the Hillcrest Community Choir, which hopefully I get some footage to share with you guys. My choir, now I'm not bragging, well, maybe a little bit, but my choir is a spectacular group of students, ranged from kindergarten to 5th grade. Now, to be fair, we only have one kindergartner and one 1st grader. The rest of the kids are 3rd through 5th graders, but we walked 50 some odd kids to the Callahan Village. We sang for an audience of about 13 people, but man, the choir sounded so good. We even do like split harmony and stuff. It was the choir's first gig, especially since the pandemic where we couldn't really go anywhere. So for the choir to sing, and we actually had kind of a class discussion at the end of the show. We talked to each other, and what I basically got from the kids is they were so happy to see the audience happy. When they saw that these old folks sitting in their chairs with big smiles on their faces, my kids felt something. One of my kids even said they never wanted to get off stage. They wanted to just keep singing more and more music. A lot of my kids discovered today what music can do, the passion for music and why and how music can heal and be a healing spirit for not only the kids, but for the audience of these older folks. My 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders today had an experience they'll never forget. And the good news is they're ready to do more. So big shout out to my Hillcrest Community Choir. You're a fantastic bunch of kids. You're the best. And if I don't say this, I'll say it again. You're the best. So thank you very much. Hey, check this out. Calling all teens. Hello, like whatever. So teens, we got some cool shops coming up. We'll go ahead and post a flyer right here so you can see all the data. If you missed this Tuesday's, you're not done yet. We still have a lot more stuff, but check out that flyer for the events that are coming up. Are you an aspiring filmmaker, an actor, a writer, or a director, or just want to mop the floors? We need that too. You can join the Up to Us Now's Youth Media Project and meet like-minded individuals. We really want teens to come to this and check out all this cool stuff, especially if you want to make films like Mr. Tranter over here. So teens, put the phone down, pick the phone back up, and call and reserve and go to this clinic. Check out the information on our Facebook page. Thank you so much. Hey, you guys want to check this out for real? Come and support the Myrtle Creek Lions Club. Step out and enjoy the second annual Myrtle Creek Brew Fest. Now, I'm a big fan of the brews fests. They're really fun, especially all the music, and the food's usually pretty good, and sampling some different ales from different brews. I'm totally into that. Enjoy local breweries for amazing beers, ciders, live music, and a car show. Is that where like a car gets on stage and dances? Is that what that is? Oh, no, silly. Jacob's looking at me like, what are you talking about? No, they put the cars out, you can walk around, you take pictures, you talk to the owners and go, wow, how do you have that car? And they go, I bought it. And you walk away and go get a donut. So you want to check that out. That's the second annual Myrtle Creek Brew Fest, probably in Myrtle Creek from what I can tell here. Live music includes Professor Fate. We haven't had him on the show, but we talked about it. He had a gig a while ago. Nobody told me how it went or anything about it. So I'm going to assume that it went well. Check out Professor Fate, a self-proclaimed dance party king. Okay, that's quite a rep. Very cool. That's Saturday, June 24th. It's not anytime soon, or else it would be in the coming up section part of the show. This is happening months down the road, so we thought we'd add it to the, hey, check this out section of our broadcast. You can go to myrtlecreekbrewfest.com for more information, unless you don't want to go there, which I'm okay with. You don't have to go. We all make our own choices, folks. Hey, are you interested in getting on the mic and more artisan mead? And I forgot to mention this last week because, stuff happens. But and More also hosts an open mic, but not every single week. Check this out. Second Thursday of every month. So oops, my bad. That would have been last Thursday. I should have talked about it. I lose points for that. Yeah, sorry about that. So, but the good news is next month, the second Thursday of next month, you can still go. Check out and More Meadery's Improv, the open mic night. They say you want to call and get a reservation. That's what they're saying. The number to this is 505-310-1525. That's 505-310-1525. Call and book an appointment, I guess. Sign up in person at 5:30. The show starts at 6 p.m. And don't forget, the Sunnyside Theater opens their stage Tuesdays from 6 to 10. That's another open mic jam. Draper's does an open mic Thursdays from 6 to 10. Check that out. Coming up, all right, long list of events. Stay tuned, stick around, grab a towel, get that sweat off of your brow. We got to keep moving. Disney's Descendants. Sorry about the table. That was very aggressive. The Disney's Descendants is a play. Well, technically it's a musical, but it's about all the kids of all these Disney legends. And so the kids that'll be on stage are all middle school kids playing the kids of these different Disney characters. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to try to go this Thursday, opening night at 7 p.m. But there are 3 shows you can check out. There's a show this Thursday, April the 20th, Friday the 21st, and Saturday the 22nd. All 3 shows start at 7 p.m. and that's at the Joseph Lane Cafeteria. Go to Joe Lane Middle School, walk on in, find the gym, say, hey, how you doing? And you're gonna have to pay the monies. It looks like here, student tickets are $5, adult tickets are $7, family tickets are $25. So if you're bringing the whole family, come stocked and locked and ready to go. But you won't wanna miss this because half of my kids from Hillcrest are in the show. So you gotta come watch all my kids and all their hard work. It's so nice to see my kids, who used to be my little second graders, are now big 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and now they're taking the stage and making a name for themselves. Watching kids grow up is so special and important, especially for us educators. So please check out The Descendants at Joseph Lane Middle School this weekend. It is your last chance. It is your last chance to see A Midsummer Night's Dream by William R. Shakespeare. You have 4 chances left, and I'm going to try to go this Sunday, the matinee show at 2 p.m. It may be the last show. I hope I make it. I really, really do. But your last chance is Thursday, April the 20th at 7 p.m. So if you're going to Descendants, I mean, everybody has to pick and choose, right? Friday, April 21st at 7 p.m. Saturday has 2 shows, one at 2 and one at 7. And then final show is Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. All of these shows are at the UAC Betty Unruh Theater that's right next to the Woolley Center where the soccer fields are. So go check that out. House seats about 100 people. When we had Sam Starnes on the show last week, she said that many of the halls are completely full. Some shows are completely sold out. Some shows are about half capacity. So the worst thing you can do is try. And hopefully you'll get a ticket to see this amazing Shakespearean play. You really want to check this out if you have the time. This is new. We've never done anything like this, so I'm excited to talk about this. There is a classical music benefit. Now, for those of you in the audience who aren't sure about this, classical music is not all music with strings. There is actually different time periods. For example, the classical period is actually about after 17, actually a little bit before 7, no, let me try that again. So the classical period is actually within a very strict certain time in a strict part of the country, or part of the world, I should say. So about the late 1700s to the early 1800s was known as the classical period. This included composers like Mozart and Haydn. Obviously, there were others. But not everything with strings is classical music. Some of it's Baroque music, which is before the classical period. Some of it is in the Romantic period, which is after, of course, Impressionism and so on and so forth in the 19th century. And so it goes on. The classical period is actually a restricted segment. So not all symphonic music is considered classical, okay? So when I say early music, we're talking of like before the 1500s. So well before the classical age, well before the Baroque age. This is early music. Now Vivaldi, Geminiani, that sounds very Italian, and others. So like Monteverdi, for example, this is considered early music, 1500s, 16th century, you could say. Now, two of my favorite people in the universe, Izzy Trinkle and Julie Cherry, are lead singers on this, but there is quite a wide list. Justice McIntosh is playing, my friend Janet Meacham is also on cello, and a wide list. You'll really want to check out this early music. I love early music. There's something very charming about it. The benefit is Sunday, April 23rd, so this upcoming weekend. It's a $10 suggested donation, so thanks for showing up and donating. Half of the proceeds for this concert will go to the Fish Food Pantry, which I'm a big supporter of. That's at the First Presbyterian Church. The address is 823 South Ace Lane Avenue in Roseburg. That's basically the church in downtown that's right next to Salud. It's an awesome church with great acoustics. You'll want to go check out this early music with Izzy Trinkle and Julie Cherry this Sunday. I don't go to the Geneva Academy, but it's right next to my school at Wellspring. Geneva is having a choir concert, and you probably want to check this out too. All 1st through 12th grade students at the Geneva Academy are having a spring choir performance on Thursday, April 27th. So we'll pitch this again, but by the time this broadcast comes out next week, the show will be actually happening. So we're talking about it now. Put on your calendars if you love choir and love Geneva. I'm sure she's cool. You want to go to this choir concert that is next Thursday. Looks like the students need to arrive by 6 p.m., which makes me believe that the show starts at 6:30. Actually, that's exactly what it says here, a 6:30 show. So that is at the Wellspring Auditorium. The address for that is the Geneva Academy of Roseburg at 2245 Northwest Klein Street. That's Klein with a K. Klein Street with a C. That must be somewhere else. I don't know where that is, but Wellspring's right next to Hillcrest Elementary School. Check out that spring choir as soon as you can. I talked about this last week, but I'll talk about it again. Robert Wynea from Floater is doing a show. I don't have the website here, but that is going to be at the Sunnyside Theater. If you like Floater, which I actually do like Floater, you want to check out Robert Wynea Saturday, April 28th. So that's also next week. We'll talk about it again on the broadcast next week. The doors open at 7 p.m. That's at the Sunnyside Theater. That's 663 Southwest Jackson Street. A lot of addresses today. Write these all down, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Write everything down. Why not? You'll definitely want to check out this guy from Floater, Robert Wynea. Get your tickets today at the Sunnyside Theater as soon as you can. Yeah, this is another unorthodox thing that we do on this show. This is my first time doing this, so check this out. There is an Academy benefit concert. We love benefit concerts around here. You are all invited by the Calvary Christian Academy. There's a concert that's going to actually be at the Jacoby Auditorium. I told you I have a show coming up, which I will talk about at the end. But this academy will feature the band Seventh Day Slumber with special guest Matt Sassano. That sounds like a really fun show. That's Saturday, May 20th. We still have some time, boys and girls. We have some time, no rush. Just put that on your calendar. It's a benefit concert. I'm a big fan of benefit concerts. You want to check out the Seventh Day Slumber with guest Matt Sassano, and that's coming up in May 20th. Doors open at 6. Another show that starts at 6:30. 6:30 seems to be a popular show start time. That's at Jacoby Auditorium, and you can get tickets at rcf.churchcenter.com. Save the date. May 8th, Delgani String Quartet's coming. That's all the information I have for right now, so stay tuned for more. David Arkenstone. If you don't know who that is, it's a 5-time Grammy nominee. David Arkenstone, he's got a cool band. They're gonna be in town May 11th at 7 p.m. Again, Sunnyside Theater is hosting a lot of events, so you'll definitely wanna check out Sunnyside. They've got all this cool stuff going on. And I already read that address to you, so probably don't need it again. But you know what? Just for fun, just in case you skipped, and now you're at this portion of the show, the Sunnyside Theater is located at 663 Southeast Jackson Street, really close to the First Presbyterian Church. You might get lucky and go to the church, and then go to the Sunnyside show, and then go to Draper's for some improv. So plan your week accordingly, and we want to see you at these events. So check out David Arkenstone, May 11th at 7 p.m. at the Sunnyside Theater. Our final announcement, the biggest and bestest show coming up, is Friday, June 2nd. This show is brought to you by the Douglas County Music Association. It's a fundraiser benefit concert, and the benefit is our program. All we're trying to do is raise money to provide more scholarships, more concerts, and more performance opportunities. If you would like to sponsor this really big concert, check this out. This is exactly how you can get involved. The Douglas County Music Association invites you to a benefit concert. 2 grand pianos play Gershwin, Beethoven, and Prokofiev, to be specific. My very good friend Julianne Shepard and her playing assistant, Ciro Magnani, are going to come all the way down from Eugene to play 2 grand pianos in Jacoby Auditorium to play some really hard stuff, including Rhapsody in Blue by Gershwin, and which is an insane level of performance ability. You won't want to miss this outstanding, incredible concert coming up June 2nd. And we've got some time, so I'll be promoting it a lot. There should be a poster coming out soon. You don't want to miss this event. It'll be the biggest event of the year so far until I can come up with something bigger, which who knows what I'll come up with next. But 2 grand pianos in Jacoby Auditorium, June 2nd, a Friday at 6 p.m. Please come and support the Douglas County Music Association's biggest event of the year. And now our feature presentation. Our special guest today is Tory Rose, an outstanding singer and songwriter and radio star. And so let's just get right into it.
I miss the wet ground under my feet. A rainy day to beat this heat. I miss you. Oh yes, I do. I miss the sound of rain hitting the tin roof. Piece of the blanket we'd always curl into. I'd do anything to hold you here again. So close to me, dancing in the rain. I miss my pants being soaked up past my knees, the way we always used to feel so free in the moment we were gone. I miss my wet hair against my face, the way all of your kisses tasted in the moonlight of an evening rain. 'Cause I'd wait all day just to go insane. I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain falling from above. I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain falling on our love. 'Cause I'd wait all day just to go insane. I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain falling from above. I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain, I miss the rain falling on our love. 'Cause I'd wait all day just to go insane. It was only yesterday, but it seems so long. I've been wrapped up in your arms, it could never be wrong. There was something in your eyes that lit my flame. You've got me hooked to do a play your game. I've been hurt before. You say you're so much more. You got me thinking that this could be better. We can start it tonight. So baby, please don't go, don't go. You got me down on my knees, begging you, baby, please. So baby, please don't go, don't go. Please don't go, don't go. And I don't want you to leave, 'cause baby, I crave your love. We could ditch this place, yeah, baby, we could just run. If tomorrow's all we got, we're gonna make it last. You could hold me close as we forget our past. You say you love me so, that you still must go. You got me thinking that this could be better. We can start it tonight. So baby, please don't go, don't go. You got me down on my knees, begging you, baby, please. Say, baby, please don't go, don't go. Baby, please don't go, don't go. You say you love me so, that you still must go. It was only yesterday, but it seems so long. No, baby, please don't go, don't go. You got me thinking that this could be better. We can start it tonight. No, baby, please don't go, don't go. You got me down on my knees, begging you, baby, please. Baby, please don't go, don't go. Baby, please don't go, don't go. No, baby, please don't go, don't go. I'm going to talk a little bit for this song. I have closed every gig ever for the last 10 years that I've been playing with this song, so it's tradition. Broken nails and broken hearts, baby, I'm not the type. Grabbing my gun, better be running, leave it till the morning light. And I don't mind sitting being pretty, baby, that's what I do. From day one, should have known this would all come back to you. Well, you didn't think I noticed when you came home, smelling like wild roses. Oh, you know dang well it's not my smell, hey. And I see you would do it more by the color of the lipstick on your shoulder, yeah. The kisses on your breath are still lingering there, right try, but it doesn't really matter much anyhow. Hands are shaking and your lips are moving, but no words are coming now. You're running out of time, I'm running out of patience. Look just what you've done. If you thought your troubles were behind you, oh honey, they have just begun. Well, you didn't think I noticed when you came home smelling like white roses. Boy, you know dang well that's not my style. And I see you were doing more by the color of the lipstick on your shoulder, yeah. The kisses on your breath are still lingering around. You know I mean it when I say I'm gonna put you here in there. You know I mean it when I say I'm gonna put you here in the ground. Oh, in the ground. Shipping.
It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome Miss Tory Rose to the show. Tory, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Now, this show, as I've explained to you, this show is largely for people who just want to hear what's going on in town. Now, Tory, I hear your big news. But for those of you who are not sure, will you please tell the audience just some of the stuff that you do around here?
I don't know about being big news. I do like to consider myself a fairly prevalent part of the community, very active in it, whether with its music or I also work for the radio station. Regardless, I'm very prevalent in the music around town. So
Now, you said radio. What radio station do you work for?
I am the promotions director for all 5 of our local radio stations here, but I do have an afternoon show from 3 to 7 p.m. on I-101.
Nice. And so you're currently in radio. I've been hearing people say things like, radio, that's old news. Do you think that's true or not really?
Not at all. The fact of the matter is that radio works. People tune in, and if it didn't work, we wouldn't still have it.
What other radio shows are you a part of, or is it just the afternoon show?
I fill in occasionally when we have other sick DJs on, especially on like this last week. I happened to be on Best Country 103 for the morning show to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
So usually that one. Occasionally I'll fill in for news on KQEN and toddle in on 1490 The Score.
What's your afternoon show?
Mainly just a lot of really good music, but the Groobs and I like to sit there and banter. We have a lot of fun banter, random news stories, usually out of Florida, some crazy crime.
Oh, so your show's kind of a mix of different things.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place.
But you guys aren't playing music, or are you playing music?
We're DJs. We play music.
You're the
but
DJs,
we're not,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not just playing your guitars on
No,
air.
no,
Wouldn't
no.
that be cool? Is that ever
No.
something you wanted to do?
Yeah, it's actually something people can do. KQEN has a local segment. I think it's called Know Your Umpqua or something like that.
Actually, it's interesting you bring up a good point. You said the 5 major radio stations. Now, I'm not privy to radio. I'm still kind of learning about
Okay.
it. But for the audience, what radio stations are those?
So we have 1490 The Score. It is a FM and AM station. It is for sports. We also have Best Country 103. That is our country music station. We have We have 1240 KQEN. That is a news station, news and talk radio. We have I-101, which is more of like your top 40s hits, your pop. And then we have Sam FM, which is like rock, I guess, kind of. And it's a mix. It's a mix of all of them, really, except for country.
Right.
Anything but country.
Yeah, I mean, sure. You can't have every radio station do everything, or else it wouldn't be different radio stations.
Then it's no fun.
And when did you get into radio? I'm curious about this.
Honestly, I think it was the late 2017, maybe. I
So pretty recently.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty recently. I had been on the radio a couple times throughout my music career, just to interview about upcoming events that I was going to be playing at, but got my foot in the door through music to go join the 103 morning show.
Yes, so you've been doing music a lot longer than you've been doing radio.
A lot longer.
But you've kind of walked into doing both.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. I'm sure you've told the story before. How did you get involved in radio specifically? Is there a specific story, or did you just were you like, can I come on the air, man?
No,
or?
it was a very specific story. So being in the musician community, like we get to know everybody in it. Ace Murray, He was the lead singer of Aces Wild, for those of you who are familiar with the music community. He was on Best Country 103 and is a good friend of mine. Happened to text me one night and said, hey, do you want to be on this radio show with me? And I thought he just meant as a guest. And then for the next 2 years, I was on the morning radio show thinking I was a guest. So he just happened to text me and was like, do you want to do a show?
So that just kind of happened to work out for you.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Now, are you from around this area? Or are you from somewhere else? Or?
Nope. I grew up in Oakland. I went to school there my whole life. I've got family all over the place here.
Of course. And so you've been in music even as young as elementary school, or when did you start music?
Like officially start music?
Yeah.
When I was 14 is when we put the band together. So 10 years officially.
Nice. What year was that? Just so the audience knows.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know. Math, right?
So I was 14, so like 2015 or 16?
The only reason I ask is when I was a teenager, I was a part of the music scene too a little bit, but I was just trying to gauge when I was here and when you were here, because I left about 2006.
Copy. Mine's like 2015, 16.
You just said copy. Are you a veteran?
10-4.
What service?
No.
Oh, dang it.
No,
okay.
no. Nope.
Oh, usually when people say copy or 10-4, they're like, oh, what branch of service were you in?
Nope.
Oh, that's fair. Well,
I just use words.
And it's not, it's never too late to go. You can
you're right.
Well, actually, you probably shouldn't.
I could.
No, don't do that.
But I would miss out on playing music.
Right. And actually, so we've actually advertised for you on this program several times, and we've actually put up your events on the Facebook page a couple of times. Where do you like to play, or do you not really care? Do you just like to play everywhere? What do you think?
Honestly, most of the time you guys can find me at Too Shy Brewery. That's seems to be my place. But I made a New Year's resolution with myself this year to play more solo gigs. So I have been out and about way more often, which is cool because now you have the option of seeing Scott and I, which is its own show itself, and then you have the option of going and seeing me, which is mostly my originals.
Yeah, if I'd have thought in advance, would have invited Scott to join you on stage today.
That's
but
okay.
Maybe it's fine that it's just you today, and we'll have your duo on some other time. We'd love to have you.
That would be fun.
And you and Scott have been, how long have you and Scott been playing together for?
10 years. He's the one who put the band together.
From the beginning?
From the beginning.
Okay, so this is Scott and Tori since day one.
Scott and Tori since day one.
It wasn't Dennis and Tori, and then Dennis jumped ship, and then Scott wanted in.
Yeah, I was 14. I opened for Dina Carter when she came to town. For those of you who don't know who Dina Carter is, by name, it's probably her song Strawberry Wine is the one that gets everybody.
I actually do know that song.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of interesting that you mentioned that. So you opened for country, because listening to you sing today, I hear a country sound in your voice. Would you say that's a primary influence or just kind of a perk?
Probably a primary influence. Shania Twain was I looked up to her a lot. She was what I played most on my Barbie karaoke machine growing up. So
You don't still have that, do you?
Her and Britney Spears. No, I don't.
It's a collector's item.
I wish.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. And then after I opened for Dina Carter that same night, Scott was like, we got to get a band behind her. And then within the next week, we were going.
And you prefer the two or the one. What about like a big band? Do you want to make like a big band with 4 or 5 someday? Or?
Well, we used to have that, actually.
What's that
That's
story?
what we started with, was like a 5-piece. And then our drummer was a heavy metal drummer. He had converted into country for us, which was really nice. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, after so many years, everybody kind of broke off. We had switched some people out, and then it was just easier for Scott and I. Scott and I just kept
drummers can be a pain, I know from experience. Drummers aren't that fun to work with. They have to schlep all their gear, and they're awfully whiny. I'm a drummer.
Is that
that was it. Yeah, I play drums for a living. That's my primary, so I give myself a nice little punch in the gut there.
That
it's all
good.
One. Yeah, no, percussion. No, I'm just playing around. Drummers are awesome. So you actually, one of your more recent gigs was the Too Shy Brewery out at Reedsport.
Yeah.
Do you go out there often too, or is it a new thing since they just opened?
They did just open this last year. That was the second time that I've played there. But I packed the house. It was just me this last time, and there was only one person that I knew in that building. One person, and I packed a house of a place I don't go. And I was I was thrilled. It's a great place. I highly suggest people going out to check that.
Well, and this is why I started this entire interview with somebody from the actual community who's really prevalent and well known and has been for a long time. I mean, just checking out the radio stuff and seeing you and how engaged you are with all these different groups. I mean, you're an important part of the community, which is why I invited you on the show. Especially for people that don't know Tory. I mean, Tory is literally everywhere doing all kinds of stuff. It's kind of incredible and really, really inspiring. Which actually leads me into a decent follow-up question. I'm curious. Your schedule, now tell me if I'm asking too personal.
Oh, no, go ahead.
If you got a morning show and then you got an afternoon show and you're gigging at night, like, is that your normal day, like a 12-hour day? Or, I mean, that seems like a lot to do every day.
Well, it is. But I don't do the morning show all the time.
Okay.
Just when they need me to fill in. I usually get to work around 7:30 or 8. And then... that's in the morning.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
I don't get to work until 8:20 if I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm.
I do have a pretty busy life, but I manage very well. I love everything that I do, so
nice.
It makes it easy.
Now let's dive a little deeper into some personal stuff. I know we said no personal stuff,
No,
but
did we?
We know Dr. Michael Wheeler.
We do.
Now, tell me a little bit about that history, because he explained that he was. Yeah, I love this him. Is important because Michael's my
birthday,
friend. Yes, and I sent Michael a text. You got my text,
Happy
Michael.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, man, you're awesome, and I appreciate you. But we really want to talk about this. Why? Because obviously, Dr. Wheeler is an important part of the community too. And when I was talking with him, he mentioned that you were a student of his.
I was.
And I'd like to hear this story because this is really fascinating.
And I still like to think that I am, because every once in a while I come across something where I'm like, man, I have a roadblock. What do I do? Wheeler. Yep. Call Wheeler.
Call Wheeler.
Wheeler knows. Yes, I started with Wheeler when I was 12 after I did a talent competition in Oakland, and my brother told me, maybe singing isn't for you, which immediately, look, we all have to start somewhere, and I was trash.
Oof.
Like, trash can,
Brutal.
lit it on fire.
Well,
that was me when I was 12.
12-year-olds.
I was 12.
No, yeah, 12-year-olds.
And my brother's just being a punk, you know.
Yeah.
But that inspired me in the feisty, will watch me kind of way. Ended up taking vocal lessons from Michael Wheeler. Highly suggest anybody's looking for vocal lessons, you call that man, because he will make your brother want to play guitar in your bedroom. My brother always, after I started with Wheeler, Michael was always like, oh, do you want to play this song? Can you learn this song and sing it? And I was like, well, isn't this just fancy? Isn't that fancy?
Yeah, what kinds of techniques did Michael use to help you to get to sing that well? I mean, what did he show you? What did he tell you to do?
You name it. He's all over the place, which I love. He does not put you into one category based off of what you like to sing. He makes you sing it all, and he makes you learn it very well. He always sent me home with homework. Not that I ever did it, but
just like the rest of us,
the thought.
We never practice.
No, he had me singing. I mean, everything, different languages. He had me singing blues. We tried opera, and it was very bad. So
Opera's
we just kind
hard.
of stayed away from that.
It's like a very niche group of people.
Yeah, and it's not me.
Yeah, I don't blame.
The group ran away from me.
Opera's
actually.
hard. I don't blame you.
It's
no worries.
Hard pass. But no, his techniques are unique in the fact that they are unique.
And do you teach?
All over. I used to teach here. I haven't been teaching because I do have a very busy schedule, but I think if specific people are looking for me, I'm sure I could find time in my schedule.
So you're saying if somebody reaches out to us and say, I'd like to meet Toria and get a lesson from her because I loved hearing her sing and play guitar, you'd be open to that idea?
Absolutely.
Only if it works with your schedule though, right?
Of course.
Well,
if it works both ways, awesome. Otherwise, I am gravely sorry, and hopefully someday.
We at the WITZ, we try not to be too hard on our guests, but we also want to make sure that our guests know that they are part of our community. I mean, Tori's been a part longer than I have, to be fair. But we always want our audience and our viewers to know that the people we bring on this show are meant to be accessible to some extent. All of the bands that we've had before here, if you've watched our older shows and are like, I want that band on my stage, reach out to us. We want to get these guys gigs. And Tori seems to be doing just fine on her own without any help, which is why, again, and I said this off camera, but bringing Tori here, in my opinion, brings legitimacy to the show. It brings value because we have such a talented musical artist, a person on the radio. Just to have somebody of such talent on the show and just handling the stage by herself. I think you're our very first soloist besides Catherine, who played the gucheng beautifully. Of course she did. But I got to touch that instrument too, which was my favorite part of the whole episode. Tori, looking at the clock, we are just about out of time. I could talk to you all day. It's fantastic. But is there anything else you want to plug? Do you have a website? Anything you want the audience to know to come? Do you have like recordings online of your music? Anything that you think the audience should know? Here
we go, audience. One, I have a show this Saturday if you guys are interested in watching Scott and I play, and also one of my former vocal students who will be doing our intermission for us at Too Shy Brewery in Roseburg, 6:30 to 8:30. All ages are welcome, and your dogs. Bring your dogs.
Right. Too Shy loves dogs.
Too Shy loves dogs.
They're dog friendly.
I love that. So you guys can come out, see that show. Scott and I will also be at Barks and Recreation in Stewart Park, May 20th. If you guys aren't interested in going to shows but just want to see what we're doing, you guys can follow us on social media. It is Tory Rose, Tory with a Y. Don't do it with an I. It gets a little weird.
And since you've actually said that, we won't put that in the broadcast since Tori just explained that. So make sure you write all of that down. You got shows coming up this weekend. You don't want to miss Tori, I'm telling you. And whenever we get Scott on the program, I mean, I haven't met Scott. I'm sure he's fine.
He's amazing.
I'm sure he's fine.
You're going to love him.
Of course I will. Why not? But you guys, Tori, I wanted to thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me.
And audience, if whatever you want to let us know, please let us know. But we are really grateful to have Tori on the show. So thanks.
Thank you.
Well, that seems to be all the time we have left for today. Tune in next time for an outstanding new episode featuring Douglas County art, music, and performance. And I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for today's episode: 10 Down Bowling / Splits Bar and Grill, New Visions Eye Care, Edward Jones, Spiderking Studios, the Gene Bechtel School for Music, and Douglas County Music Association. Thank you to all of our sponsors and all of the assistants with our episode today. We really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.